Stadium in Iowa City, a black and gold mosh pit where the Hawkeyes are ready to swarm. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the USC Trojans taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Trojans will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They want to run it left here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Looking to throw, it's Sparks. Using the quick game.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
And the Hawkeyes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. Busts through behind his pad. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Hawkeyes moving quickly to the line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
Grab behind the line. It's Anderson. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Hawkeyes are flying down the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. He wants to change this route. Give to the running back. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
Looking for a man. It's Sparks. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. It's caught. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Motion from the wide receiver. Give to the back. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Hawkeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Hawkeyes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The give to the back. Moving past the 25. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
The Trojans just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Little touch pass to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
He'll They'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. The offense changing the play. They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Sparks. Caught. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to make magic with his feet. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. On the run, fires downfield. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's foul. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Wood. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw and pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. Poland finds his man on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Looking to pass, it's Sparks. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Looking to the big tight end. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Here's a heat. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Making side adjustments here. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's got an open man. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Pulls and fires complete. Breaks into the open. Oh, the Houdini-like moves get it to the 22.
And it makes it so hard on the defense trying to stop these guys because they're not just throwing it to wide receivers in the passing game. They've got a huge weapon here at tight end, and he just shows you how difficult he is to bring down after the catch.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no 1st down.
The RPO, it's complete. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa! A great catch and run for 6.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Yeah, the defense knew coming into this game that this offense was going to try and throw it down the middle of the field, so they knew that they were going to have to break on passes, but also be really physical, tackle the catch, and knock the ball away, and they were able to do that there.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's caught. It's Fowler. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly complete. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw again. Finds his man. It's Wood. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes Lost a grab. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Back to pass. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Fowler. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. Going to try to get it himself. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll get rid of it. Got him downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, USC.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Sparks. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll immediately call timeout.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on second down. A strike downfield. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Trojans.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the point after is good. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking for a man. It's Sparks. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it at the 30. Flying down the right side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Hawkeye.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Hawkeyes will boot it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Westbrook. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The Trojans will hustle to the line. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Skips away from pressure. Got the first down. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. To the ground with the back. Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Oh, he tosses it back. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Nothing but green grass down the middle. The 20. Touchdown, Iowa. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
That defense defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Going to swing it on second down. Punch it out of the air. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo. To the air on first down. It's complete. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Trojans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Bell. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Best uniforms in the sport, and a play is made befitting of those threads.
Well, this is not the format to have a debate back and forth. Not the best uniform in sports, but definitely always a lot of flash and sizzle with USC offenses.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Oh, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Corner's going to give them room. Second down, they'll go to the air. Good timing on the quick out. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Trojans are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Buys a little extra time. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Trojans trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. The corners are walked up tight. He wants to throw it. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And It's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the tight end. To the air, it's Sparks. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying play action. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They come to the line, facing third and long from the 25. Quarterback making checks. The give to the left side. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Open this drive and snap it from the 44. The give to the tailback. Turning it on! And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Trojans want to move quickly.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Jukes his way for more. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. There was a time when if you had a guy who runs like he does, that you move him to a different position. Not anymore, man. These quarterbacks can run and throw.
Yeah, back in my time, I was throwing to guys like that. I certainly wasn't moving like it, but boy, oh boy, you hold your breath every time he takes off because that guy might be the fastest player on the field.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. That's caught. It's Wood. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Trojans have their offense in high gear. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Touchdown, Trojans! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And off from the shotgun. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Sparks. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
From the gun, the ground game. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll ride the hot hand. Oh, he's got some space. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
The hand to the running back. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wideout. Jet sweep to the edge. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Reads it, fires complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hawkeye! They move on top here in the 4th.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. North Texas is dominating this one, and you can bet the good folks in Denton are loving every aspect of this offense. They're up by 24 over East Carolina. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Oh, he got loose. At the 40, there he goes. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Off play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, no mystery here. 3rd in California late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage. And these guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going off in his head.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On 4th down, looking to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on 4th down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Hawkeyes will try to run off the clock in the final minute. The give on the inside. There he goes. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you'll perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. And